Welcome back to Huntington Beach, California. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. There's still plenty of swell in the lineup to have some big numbers get locked in. We just came off a huge heat for the San Clemente tribe. It was Pakadauskas taking top honors. Moving on with Griffin Colapinto into the round of 16. The round of 16, we get to one-on-one heats. So a little more uncrowded lineup. You get to trade places and wait for better waves to come through for Druin. And it just changed the whole game on how to surf in world-class waves, or even beach breaks where you get to take turns, as we now get caught up to Tomas Hermes here, Rode.
Yep, one of the standouts in these kinds of conditions. You know, he had some moments of brilliance last year. He's had a couple wild card appearances, injury replacements, and Tomas seals it shut.
Also catching a wave during the break, Italo Ferreira.
How is this guy? He's so quick through that transition from bottom turn to top turn. It's a blink of an eye, and he's up into it and critical. If he doesn't make this section, it's impossible. Well, there you have it. He has, and just the same lightning approach to that lip.
Definitely stands out with his different maneuvers, and you start learning what really makes him dynamic. Big wind up for Tomas Hermes. Did a great job to get a powerful first turn. It looks like he's got the reform without a problem. It's bottoming out, reaching for the lip, and crushes it.
What an answer. Bring out the best in each other. I think as you get through these rounds, you really start to open up and do your best surfing. Tomas, that first searing turn off the top. Take a moment to appreciate that while he works through this dead water here, keeping that board rail to rail, so not compromising his style, and still hammers it home.
With a little opportunity here to make a move on a left-hander, Frederico Morais has been really patient. Starts off with a bang, a big first turn, and the runner-up at J-Bay is hoping for this inside connection to open up. Powerful surfer from Portugal has gone the distance. Here comes the windup and hits it hard for a finishing move. Next wave is setting up for Tomas Hermes. Big vertical, nice and powerful controlled slide. So he added a little flair to that first turn. Tomas already in the lead, is trying to better a 4.5. Looks like he's got the momentum to go the distance into the double up. Off the bottom in a short period of time, tries to chip one off the lip. Doesn't quite get off the top of that wave, but impressive how he fit in a finishing move. Happy, excited, stoked, ready to perform on demand like Italo Ferreira frothing up. He's had a little climb after the reverse. He's always so quick in transition. Smaller wave, and he's doing all the hard work. That one's not going to let him into the reform. He's chasing a 4.0 for the lead. Freddie can wait all day and come down with a keeper.
That's a good attribute to have, and that is another great attribute to have, just that above the lip prowess, that risk factor. So functional, but wow, that is hard work making it through that flat section. Are those legs burning or what?
The show on the top 34. During the break, Frederico Morais got away.
Yeah, you see this the second ride for Frederico Morais. 5, 6, 7, medium-sized wave for him. So waiting patiently for this backup ride. Different approaches, I think, as we see Tomas Hermes. It's just going to make that point of difference. The surfers have different styles in this heat. Tomas Hermes, we talk about that lightning fast connection that he's got with the power pockets of this wave, steering through that inside section. So you can see the flow of Frederico Morais.
CJ Collins in it. We got my personal pick coming out of Hawaii, Himana Reynolds in it. All the talented skate park transition skaters here. It's really, really great action. Tune in, and I'm going to keep a keen eye on the happenings here at the park.
Thank you so much, Kaipo. As we transition with Italo, vertical snap off the top before the double up to make sure he rides out. Now with 10 minutes on the clock, time favorites. I like watching John skate. He's really, really talented. Some of these guys that airs in the water don't skate at all. It's just, they just do their own thing, which is really creative.
Well, Italo, kind of what I'm noticing is he's always 2 steps ahead of what this wave is going to do, and that really comes to the forefront when he gets this inside section. You see that almost triple up that he has to negotiate, and he's just keeps that low crouch and rides through all of it. Just really deciding what the wave's going to do before it breaks and riding out with that flow.
2 quick turns on the backhand of Frederico Morais. The most successful surfer from Portugal, being in his CT final at the last event. That created history. Now he wants more here at the US Open. Little jam on the finish. Steady work from Frederico. There's going to be more big things to come in your future to perform at your best, as we see a little speed car from Tomas. Another projection hack and set up a huge aggressive finish down the line. Insane to watch in small conditions. He just kept building momentum down the line and just sealed the deal. And now he's into the reform. Tomas throws the reverse, and he has such a solid read on that inside corner. He whips it around.
How's this? He is his to drop. Finds this piece of water to work with. Good setup turn. Another carve off the top. Wow, that quick off the top maneuver. I'm enjoying what he's bringing to our eyes at the moment. Just getting to work on his backhand and then finds the forehand reform and just chucks it up like that steezy little rotation.
Really enjoyed that form and to business. Italo's on the next wave. Big section to float. He'll wind up for the climb, and he's down. That's going to give Frederico some time in the lineup with priority to answer back. Passing the G-Shock 2-minute warning. Time for a backhand climb, and he'll step off. Frederico, he waited with priority, and it's not going to make a difference there. For Pipeline is a bit different, where he had the wild card, he got knocked out early. Chopu probably really similar to that approach as we look at the climb from Tomas. Into the final minute. Hermes putting on an absolute show today. Is into the final minute now, looking for a good way to seal the deal. Styles his way through a forehand float. He might call it a heat row.
Well done.
And back to your question with Tahiti, I think that's the one event where Morais might have something to prove. As we have backside snap for Italo. He's still safe in that second position. Still looks back to see where Freddie is. And now he'll commit to the reform. Flying down the line, one big move left in store for Italo, and slams it. Looks back because Freddie's on the answer. Morais needs at least a 7.56. He earns the finishing move.
We didn't get to see what he did on the outside, Joe, but a tidy finish on the inside. Cracks on the outside. Let's look. 1. Kind of okay. Sorry, Joe, I don't think that is a 7-point ride.
Tough one there for Frederico. He had a couple little waves he tried to force the score on, but I think he was really looking for a certain type of wave. That big closeout out the back where he just drill it, and it really never came through in this heat. But he had Italo pretty stressed out at the end.
Definitely, you could tell that Italo was just looking over his shoulder, seeing if he had made a mistake of leaving Frederico Morais out the back, unprotected. That was a tidy way to finish out that heat, though.
Pro Junior Division is now coming up next with the women entering the lineup, led by World Junior Champ Macy Callahan.